Hey everyone, it's Ashley with Me, Myself, and VSG. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you are new here and you'd like to follow my weight loss journey or learn more about VSG weight loss surgery in Tijuana, Mexico, this is definitely the place for you, so be sure to subscribe. If you guys have any questions about the surgery or the bariatric center that I chose to use, I've got some information in the description box down below, but you guys can always comment and ask questions, and I will always make sure to try to answer them. So in today's video, this is my 2-week post-op update. It's currently March 12th, 2022. I had my VSG vertical sleeve gastrectomy weight loss surgery in Tijuana, Mexico at EOC, that's Elias Ortiz and Company. My surgeon was Dr. Ortiz, and that happened on February 26, 2022. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started because I have a lot to unload in today's video. Okay, so I am 2 weeks post-op right now. I cannot believe that time has already flown by and I don't even know where to begin. So let me just start from the beginning of when I went to Tijuana. That was Friday, February 25th, excuse me. And then the 26th of February on Saturday, I had my surgery. And then Wednesday, March 2nd, I came home. I didn't really do a 1-week post-op update just because I really didn't have anything to update on. I'd only been home for a couple days. So not only was I trying to get back on Missouri time zone since it is 2 hours ahead of Mexico, but I was just trying to get back into the regular swing of life with my family and just trying to rest and kind of recuperate from my trip and my surgery. So the first week, I will say, first week after surgery, you are on a full liquid diet. It's a clear liquid diet is what they call it. And it's just like broth, popsicles, jello, water, stuff like that, which was not difficult at all, honestly, because after surgery, you're not going to be hungry, you're going to be sore, and you have a teeny tiny tummy that is trying to recover from what it just went through. So the first week of surgery was super easy. Okay, and so when you are 1 week post-op, that is when you can start what they call full liquids. And that is basically anything that drips off of a spoon. And at a later time, I definitely want to do like a 1 through 6 week post-op diet type thing. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with that, but just kind of share with you guys the stuff that I was eating. Time flew by so quickly and I was just trying to get back into the swing of life that I didn't film any of that. I kind of regret it, honestly. I wish I would have, but I'll go back and kind of talk about that kind of stuff at a later time, just in case there's anybody out there who's about to have surgery that's curious about what they're going to do post-op. That is coming in the future, but you're able to do the full liquids. And so I tried really thin mashed potatoes. Of course, protein shakes was high up on the priority list for that too, since that is considered a full liquid. And just anything that runs off a spoon just drips right off. Really thinned out oatmeal and really thinned out cream of wheat as well. And I will insert a picture of the one that I got, and I'm going to link it down in the comment section down below. But I bought like an emulsifier hand blender type thing. I'll put it over here on this side of the screen. This thing is amazing, you guys. It comes with the blender attachment, it comes with a whisk attachment, and it also comes with an attachment like a food processor container thing. It's amazing. It really helped with making different types of soups and stuff like that, grinding down like potato soup or even the oatmeal. I put the dry oats in the container and I ground it down to a very fine, like almost like powder. Amazing, super affordable. So I will link that down in the description box down below if you guys want to go and check that out. But now I am 2 weeks post-op and I am super freaking excited because I can start on soft foods. So that's like scrambled eggs, hard-boiled eggs, tuna, chicken, shrimp, ground meat, stuff like that. I can do string cheese, I can do yogurt, sugar-free puddings and stuff like that. So let me give you guys a little bit of a weight update too while I'm like on the topic of 2-week post-op and I don't forget. But the last weight that I have documented was 301.8 pounds. And that was on January, like it was mid-January. I can't exactly remember. I do know that I gained a few pounds before that. When I went to Mexico, or after that, I gained a few pounds after that because if you guys don't already know, my first original surgery date was January 22nd. And my husband got COVID and I tested positive for COVID. I had no symptoms whatsoever, but I still had to reschedule. So I had to go off of my pre-op diet that I was already on for 2 weeks. I had already lost like 13 pounds in that time frame. So I know I got up to probably 305 or 306. I'm not exactly sure what it was. But in Mexico, on the day that I arrived on Friday, I weighed in at like, I think it was 295 point something. So as of today, the 12th of March, 2 weeks post-op exactly, I weighed in at 274 this morning. And you guys, I did some math on that earlier today. I have lost about 40 pounds since Christmas time. I took the weight that I used to be back around like December in the fall, winter time, compared to today, and that is 40 pounds. That is 27 pounds since that time in January, mid-January. And so I'm guessing I've lost approximately 20 to 22 pounds since surgery in just 2 weeks. So I'm thrilled, as you guys can probably imagine. That is awesome. I've never been able to lose more than like 20 to 22 pounds on my own. So that just makes me very excited for what's to come in the future. In terms of my tummy and how I'm feeling really good. I do notice that my larger incision, that's the one that's always sore. And I'll show you my tummy here in just a second. And I'll also show you guys some pictures. How can I do that? I can show you some pictures of what my tummy looked like after surgery. Should I have done that before? I don't know. I'll figure out a way to incorporate just like kind of like a time lapse of my incisions and stuff like that. If that's not for you, I completely understand. Just skip ahead a little bit. But I'll show you my incisions here in a little bit. But I do have the one big incision, and that is the one where they go through with the actual like cutter and stapler tool to work on your actual stomach inside of you. Everything else is for like the lights, camera, and all of the action. So I do notice though that that one is still a little bit tender. If I do too much bending down or putting pressure on the area, it's kind of a little bit tender and sore. But other than that, my incisions are perfectly healing. They scabbed up nicely. They haven't been painful. I was warned for my drain tube incision on my left side, the one that's farthest to my side over here. I was warned that it could like pus and weep. I never had any of that, which I was very grateful for, because who wants to deal with that? The one complaint that I have, and it has completely nothing to do with anything with my surgery, but I ended up having a weird allergic reaction to freaking Band-Aids from Amazon. And I'll show you my tummy here in just a second and you'll see what I'm talking about. But the imprint of where the bandage was like welted, raised. It was red. It was very itchy. So my incisions have not been itchy at all, but that definitely has been. And I've just been adding some hydrocortisone cream to those areas just so it can keep it moisturized. And I read online that's what you're supposed to do for the itch and stuff. So that makes perfect sense. Let's talk about hydration. Let's talk about nutrition and how that's going, because that seems to be my biggest struggle. So this is my favorite cup ever. It is this huge cup. I think it holds like 20 to 24 ounces. Okay. I was used to drinking like 4 to 5 of these per day, right? I was getting my water in back in the day before surgery. And while I'm on the topic, let me take a quick drink. I was used to drinking so much water, you guys. Like, I used to always give my husband crap because I was like, oh my God, your pee's so dark. My pee is clear. Like, your pee should be clear too. You're not drinking enough water. Y'all, my pee is so dark right now and I am so ashamed. It's so annoying. So the first week, I think that was the hardest to get down liquid. So during the first week, you're very gassy because you were expanded with gas, basically. This is a laparoscopic surgery. And so they do have to air up your abdomen inside your body to make room for all the tools and all the things they're doing. So the first week getting down water was rough because I was already super gassy. My tummy was sore. And so a lot of times when I was drinking, I would be like burping myself because that's essentially what you have to do. Now that I'm 2 weeks post-op, water goes down a lot easier. I do notice that when I'm drinking liquids or even food, it'll feel like it's getting stuck right here in my chest. And that's just a really weird feeling. It almost feels like there's just a big air bubble that's rising up, trying to push everything back up. It doesn't feel like heartburn or indigestion to me at all. I know a lot of people deal with that, but I've been very fortunate, super blessed that I have not had any issues like that. But it's just weird. And so I have to really just work on it because I know it's taken a while to travel down there. So that's been fine. Going on the full liquid diet was very satisfying because I felt like my body was hungry. After that first week, I was like, my body needs something more. So I was really glad to do like the cream of wheat and like the super runny, creamy soups and stuff like that. I did make a tiny mistake and I want to tell you guys about it because I don't want you to make the same mistake I did. But I didn't realize that we only were allowed to have broth and creamy based soups. And keep in mind, this is per the recommendation of EOC. Elias Ortiz and Company. I'm not speaking for any other company out there, but this is just per EOC. They don't want us doing any like tomato-based products, and I can imagine it's because of the acidity. Well, my silly self bought some minestrone soup and grinded it up with my little blender and made it super runny. It was so good. And I realized that it was like a puree, like tomato base type thing. So that was a mistake. Don't make the same mistake I did. I didn't have any bad after effects or anything like that. But it was super interesting to find out that I wasn't supposed to be doing that, and I was doing it for like days on end. So don't do that. Don't do the same thing I did. You can do like New England clam chowder. You could do potato soup, just anything that's creamy, cream of mushroom, cream of chicken, as long as it doesn't have chunks in it. And now as of today, I was able to start on soft foods, and I'm so excited. So soft foods is like the tuna, chicken pouches, scrambled eggs, hard-boiled eggs, string cheese, yogurt, all that kind of stuff. And so my first food today was tuna with a little bit of mayo. I don't have any light mayo. I need to get some, but it was just the tiniest bit of mayo for flavor. And I added in just a little bit of just like relish and hard-boiled egg, and it was so good. I bought those little tuna pouches from the grocery store. I was only able to eat half of my portion though. And you know what? I'm going to save so much money on food. Let me just say that, because when you have 2 full-grown adults that overeat in the home plus 3 children, it gets expensive. So cutting myself out of that equation is definitely going to help. I know that for sure. But I made a small bowl of that. I was only able to eat about half of it. Earlier today, I did a low-carb bread with a little bit of mayo, a little bit of lunch meat, a little bit of cheese. And it was a half a sandwich. I probably ate like half of a half. So like a quarter of a regular sandwich. Didn't eat so much bread. I had a couple bites, but the bread just wasn't really tasting that good to me. So I just finished off the meat and cheese, and I was very satisfied about that. Of course, I've been trying to get in my protein shakes. That's been another struggle, along with water. So let me back up to the water thing real quick. We are supposed to be like, during the first week, I think we're supposed to be aiming for like 40 ounces of water. And then we need to get to a point where we're doing 64 ounces of water and more. I can honestly say, you guys, I'm even struggling to get 40 ounces of water in, and I know I'm not doing it. I actually, on Monday, the 14th, 2 days from the time I'm filming this, I have an IV therapy appointment with a local place in my town that is going to give me, they call it athletic recovery, but it's like a Myers cocktail, if you guys have ever heard of that. It's just a whole bag of fluids, and it's got all the nutrients and vitamins and stuff packed in it as well. So I'm very much looking forward to that, to see if maybe that'll just get me over this little hump. I don't feel like I'm in a bad place. I don't feel like I have low energy. I don't feel bad physically. I don't feel pukey, nauseous. I've never, knock on wood, this isn't even real wood, let me knock on the windowsill. I've never been nauseous at all since having surgery. So praise the Lord for that, because that just seems awful. I haven't had any dry heaving or anything like that. No diarrhea, nothing like that. So it's been wonderful. But I'm hoping to see, maybe just to get me over this little bit of a hump, so that maybe my energy levels will raise a little bit more than they are. But I feel good. I feel overall very, very good. I can definitely feel in my body that I've lost, that weight. Just to think back to where I was around Christmas time, it's just crazy. It's honestly insane to me to think that I was 40 pounds heavier. 40 pounds is a lot of weight. That is how much my toddler weighs, and I know how heavy it is to carry her, and I was carrying that on my entire body. So that's just crazy to me. If you don't want to hear about poop and hemorrhoids and constipation, then go ahead and click out of this video. I'm not going to hate you for it. I really appreciate you watching up until this point. Lots of love to you, but I think this needs to be talked about, because it's a part of life and everybody poops, right? So a little bit of a story for you from a couple of days ago. I decided to be a naughty girl, and I was just really craving something different. So I went, we have a place called Schlotsky's in our area. It's a sandwich place, but they've got soups and stuff. So I ordered just this teeny tiny little cup of soup. I think it's like 8 ounces of soup. It was cheddar broccoli soup. And well, let me reverse it by saying that on this particular day, I want to say it was on Wednesday. It was Wednesday. I went number 2 that morning. And that was the first time since before surgery. So it was about took like 10 to 12 days before I actually went, and I didn't feel constipated. It wasn't painful or nothing like that, like people probably think it's going to be. And maybe it is painful for some people, but it wasn't painful for me. It was fine. Okay. Well, I got my cheddar broccoli soup, and that afternoon I ate a little bit of the soup. You know, I was fine. It was so good, so satisfying, so filling. It's been cold here, so it's been perfect, right? Well, then later on that evening, around 5:30 p.m., I made my family dinner, and I decided to warm up the remainder of that soup. It was maybe 3 or 4 ounces left out of the little container. Well, I ate the soup and everything was fine, right? No, come 7 p.m., you guys, I got the worst gas pains of my life, and it would not come out anywhere, okay? Couldn't burp it out, couldn't fart it out. There's a lot of farting associated with VSG post-op, just to let you guys know. But I could not get rid of it. I was like marching around my bedroom. I felt horrible, 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 horrible. Okay. Well, after probably about an hour or so of feeling bad, I went number 2 again, a lot. And apparently maybe I was constipated and didn't realize it. Maybe I wasn't drinking enough water, which in reality I have not been drinking enough water, so I know that probably contributes to it a lot. But I did not know that I had all that in me, because by this point I wasn't really eating a whole lot yet. You know, I didn't think that I had that much consumed to allow that much poop. It was a lot of poop, you guys. It was crazy. But okay, so let me just get a little bit more TMI with you guys. After I had children, I've had 3 vaginal births. I had epidurals on all of them, and I got hemorrhoids after every single kid. But my third, she was born in 2017, was the worst. And I'm talking horrible, take your breath away pain. Couldn't even sit down to take care of my baby, to nurse her, to do anything. It was excruciating, okay? I have suffered with that problem after having her. After the first 2, they went away after, you know, a period of time, but with her, they lasted a really long time. And I know that your weight can contribute to that. There's a lot of factors that contribute into that. But I know that your weight is one of those big ones. So maybe that's why I had them. I don't know. I just know that a lot of people deal with this and a lot of people don't talk about it. But, after probably 2 to 3 years of dealing with that issue after having her, I discovered this product, and I'm going to insert a picture of it, and it's going to be linked down below as well. It's called Alleviate, and it's from Amazon. It's about $25 to $30 a tube. It is a cream that you put on the area. It is all natural. It's menthol based. It's refreshing. It's cooling. And I truly feel like this is a miracle in a tube. That cream, along with using a squatty potty, I'll insert a picture of that too if you don't know what it is, and I'll also put a link down in the description for you for the cheapest one that I found on Amazon. But those 2 things hand in hand completely got rid of my problem down there, completely got rid of them. And I didn't deal with that problem up until the other day when I had to go number 2, when I had the soup. It was so bad. So bad. And so just wanted to make mention of that, to get your water, okay? Expect to have some problems going to the restroom if you're not getting enough water, and especially if you eat. So I completely forgot how bad broccoli makes you gassy. I forgot all about that. Plus the cheese doesn't help. So if anybody else has that problem, get your items down below. Click on those Amazon links and order them, especially if you're going to be having surgery. You're going to want to have those things ahead of time because it's going to be extremely helpful for you. I don't know all the science behind the squatty potty. If you want to learn more, Google why they're beneficial, but they've definitely helped me to the moon and back. So amazing. Luckily, everything has settled down. It's fine. It's not there anymore, but it was like super bad, you guys. And I would hate for that to happen to you. So I just wanted to share that with you. Sorry if that's too much information for you. But like I said, a lot of people have that problem and they don't talk about it. And I would rather you guys be safe than sorry by having those products on hand. So let me show you my incisions real quick. And I'm just going to give you guys kind of a full body view. And then I'll let you guys go because I know you probably have other things to do. Okay, so you guys are gonna laugh at me because these jeans I'm wearing today, let me move my stuff here. These jeans I'm wearing today, I'm actually very excited to be wearing them again. They're just, I mean, they're super ripped. They're definitely like summertime jeans. But in the winter time or the fall, or even honestly last summer when I tried to wear these, okay, first of all, look at the buttons. I'm missing 2 buttons that are down here. But I'm telling you that I had to stuff my body into these pants when I was wearing them from before. So much so to where my belly was poking out of this hole. I know it's crazy to wear jeans like this, but honestly, I'm wearing a very stretchy tank top that goes and covers it and like smooths it, and like you can't tell at all, right? Isn't this shirt cute? I got this from Torrid, love it. But anyway, here are my incisions. Here's how they're looking. So all my lovely stretch marks. Can't wait until those go down a little bit. So this is my drain tube incision. You guys see all the redness that's around here? That's from the Band-Aids that I was talking about earlier. This is my drain tube incision, completely smooth, healed, fine. This is from one of the tools here. This right here, let me focus in on here. That is the big one. So that's the one that, the big tool went in. And then I've got this one right here. And then I also right here under my breast, this is where they put the camera and the light. So as you guys can see, they have healed nicely. It's so itchy around the edges though, where those Band-Aids were. Drives me bonkers. But yeah, I can't believe that I actually have some space in these pants and I'm not bursting like a big old can of biscuits, you know? So that is that, you guys. This is what I'm looking like right now. Okay. I know you can't see my face, but here I am. 2 weeks post-op, very happy. Yep, I've got my slippers on because I'm cool like that. So anyway, if you guys are interested in learning more about having vertical gastric sleeve or like gastric bypass, any of the gastric procedures done in Tijuana, Mexico, be sure and check out some of my other videos. Overall, EOC was an incredible experience. And like I said earlier, I will definitely be filming a video with my like review summarization of my trip. But if you guys have any questions, comment them down below. Thank you so much for watching and I will talk to y'all in the next video. Bye guys.